Rational numbers. Janelle sees numbers such as positive 34,000.2 feet, positive 12 feet, and negative 20 feet on her father's altimeter. Her father tells her that those types of numbers are called rational numbers. Rational numbers are numbers that can be expressed in the form P over Q, where P and Q are integers and Q does not equal 0. Integers are all positive and negative whole numbers. Rational numbers are all integers as well as positive and negative fractions.
So based on the film that we saw that the natural numbers, which he didn't really cover that, but those are your counting numbers. So when you first learn to count, you're just counting with 1, 2, 3. Babies don't really understand 0, so they just count numbers on from 1. Whole numbers then add the 0, and then counting on 1, 2, 3, and so on. So it goes on forever. And then integers are all of those numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, on forever. And they're opposites. So the opposite of 1 is -1. The opposite of 2 is -2. The opposite of 3 is -3. Opposite of 4 is -4, and so on. Those are the integers. They're all whole numbers and they're opposites. Once we start adding fractions and decimals, basically numbers that can be written as parts of a whole, then we are calling all of it the rational number. So once we add, a number like 1/2, 0.5, -2, 2.5, -7.5. All of those numbers that can be written as fractions are considered rational numbers. So some people might not understand how the number 4 can be a rational number. How do we write 4 as a fraction? Well, we write 4 as a fraction, or any whole number as a fraction, by putting it over 1. That says that we have one whole piece, and we actually have 4 of those one whole pieces. Okay? And also, if we have a 0.5, how do we write that as a fraction? Well, 0.5 is the same as 5/10. And so if we write that as a fraction, we put that 5 over the denominator of 10. If we have a number like 55/100, we would put that number over the denominator of 100. So those can actually be written in the form of P over Q too. We cannot have a bottom number as 0 because 0 cannot divide into anything. We've talked about that several times this year. So that's why it says Q cannot equal 0.